Hi, I'm Jillian Morales and thank you for joining me. Today we'll actually be going over a review of some products as well as I'll be going over a tutorial for you to get the look that I'm currently wearing right now. Stay tuned because at the end I'll actually list all the products that I used during this tutorial and during the review of these products. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. But thank you very much and I look forward to showing you what we've got. So take care. Thanks. So now I'm going to go through the review as well as the video tutorial to show you how to get this great look. So first, obviously we're going to use a primer. This is the primer that I'm going to be using today. It's called LORAC's Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And really it's a cute little dispenser, but I put it just on the tip of the finger and then I just pat it onto the eyelid like this. This particular eye primer has a nice silky smooth finish and it doesn't irritate my eye at all. Remember, you want to use an eye primer because no matter how pigmented your eyeshadows may be, you know, after a couple hours it'll wear off unless you use a good eye primer. So I really like the LORAC one. Next part of our review is going to be going over the Unzipped palette by LORAC that came out just a little while ago. So here is what it looks like, the case. And I really like this palette because it gives you a nice combination of matte colors as well as some of the shimmery colors. Don't be afraid of shimmer, but you gotta know where to put it. Right now I'm going to show you this right here is the Undiscovered color. I'm going to take that, swirl my brush around, tap off excess, and buff over the entire lid that color. And then take a little bit more and just kind of build it all the way around my lid. And it's important to go with your base shadow, whatever base shadow you're using, from the lash line all the way up to the brow line. Do the same thing to the other eye, just in small circular motions. Alright, so then I'm going to take my next crease brush and I'm going to take this color right here called Unbelievable. Another cute thing about the Unzipped palette is that everything starts with un because it's unzipped. It's kind of cute. So now that I have saturated my brush and tapped off the excess, I'm going to start from the outer corner. Pull my hair back. Start from the outer corner right here, and I'm going to buff in small concentric circles going inward. And this honestly is where most women, as I've discovered, kind of give up on their makeup routine because they think, okay, well, it's not supposed to look like that. Well, you have to continue to buff to make sure that it gets to the look that you want. So I've added a little bit more color because I want a little bit more color. And I'm going to continue bringing it in on the lid, and I'm going to keep bringing it up and out. And see, what I've done is I've kind of gotten a little bit into the center of the lid and then I've brought it up and around. And by doing this, I'm kind of creating that natural shadow that goes underneath the arch of the brow. I'm going to do, once again, the same thing, the same color to the other side. So now I have this nice golden color kind of balanced out on either side. Now I'm going to take just a standard flat shadow brush. I'm going to take some of this color right here called Undercover and tap off the excess. And all I'm going to do is sweep it just underneath my brow bone. To the other side, tapping off the excess. Sweeping it just underneath. Don't worry, we'll get to the brows. Brows are fun. And by adding light just underneath your eyebrows on the brow bone, it actually lifts the face. Kind of like concealer does for the dark circles underneath your eyes. So you want to make sure that you actually add at a minimum, either a matte or a shimmer, but a hint of light just underneath that brow hair so that you have that lifting effect to the eyes. Alright, and then that same brush that we were using to sweep the color over, I'm going to take it and now I'm going to buff, and by buffing I'm blending what I just did between that very neutral pale color and the color that I've already put on. Thereby I don't get a white strip and then the strip of color. That's never a good look for anybody unless you're going for that fashionable type of look. But we're not doing color blocking today, so it's not what we'll be going over. Alright, now for some fun. Not that this hasn't been fun. Alright, I have a brush here, the MAC 266. Most people use this as a brow powder filler brush. I like to use it as a shadow liner brush. So what I'm going to show you is this color right here. It's called Unbridled. It's like a nice deep matte, I would say almost burgundy maroon, but it's deeper than that. It's got a little bit of chocolate to it. I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to lightly put it in the color. I'm going to tap it, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to line my eyes. I really like this brush because it applies a nice even strip, and I'll show you something cool you can do with it too. As you see, this eye appears to be more open, whereas this eye, where we have not applied it yet, does not. And even when you apply mascara, your eyes tend to look a little bit smaller unless you close this piece right here. So now I'm going to do the other eye. Just tapping and moving along in small, short strokes. And don't forget, at the end, what we're going to do is we're going to take and flip it and bring it in. Same thing as the other side. So now that we have that, we're going to take our, this is the rounded smudger brush from Sephora. Sweep, smudge. Alright, so that helps a little bit in not making it just such a concentrated line. And now I'm going to take, I have this great brush by Smashbox. It's an angled liner brush, and you can tell obviously by the angle. And then what I really like to do after I applied what we just did is Smashbox makes these great jet set waterproof eyeliners, and this particular color is called Bronze, which I think goes really great with the LORAC Unzipped palette. And honestly, since we already used a lot of that that nice shadow from the Unbridled color, we don't need a whole lot. But I'm just taking my brush and I'm swirling it around in the pot, and then getting a nice coat on the brush. Then I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to essentially kind of line the top the top lid only, if I can talk, to make a nice dark concentrated line right near the lash line. So I don't want to exactly follow all of the shadow that I put on. The whole point of putting the shadow on there is to give that nice illusion that it was kind of smudged with that brush. So now I'm taking from the pot and I'm going right near the lash line and I'm bringing it up and out. So see, I kind of get that double look there, and it doesn't look too overdone. And by that, I mean you can use this essentially to go to work in the day, or you can do this look for a night out. So before I get to my lashes, I'm going to do my brows first, because that's just what I feel like doing right now. Now this right here is Revlon Brow Fantasy, and the color for this one is actually dark blonde. It's the lightest color that they offer, but I really like this because as somebody else had actually stated before, the gel actually isn't a gel, it's like a nice setting powder. So don't be scared, because they have the crayon side as well as the gel side, but like I said, I wouldn't really call it a gel per se. So I'm going to take, until I've been using it, but I'm going to take the pencil piece, and I'm going to just lightly stroke upward, kind of filling in the brows. And remember too, it's always better to line higher than to line lower, because then you're going to start bringing your brows down. So you want them to go up, remember. So I'm going to, like I said, little strokes up, and I'm going to come up to the natural part of my brow that continues up, and then I'm going to bring it around and down, around and down, and creating this little tail right here. There you go, just like that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do brows. A lot of women are concerned that they'll be overdone by doing brows, but I think that sometimes it completes the look on your face, because we have so many angles to our face, the cheekbones, the jawline, the nose, the lips, the eye sockets, that it kind of completes your eye look. So if you just do this part of your eye and not this part, it kind of washes you out up here. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. So now we take the second side, the gel. You just take it and you, just like you would mascara, only you're in your brows now. And it's important to kind of get that up motion, because when your eyebrows fall down, if they were all falling down, it makes you look older. It's nice because it's not like an actual like gel that's cakey or gets goopy in your eyebrows. It's actually quite a nice product. Second to last thing we're going to do, eyelashes. Have my Tweezerman eyelash curlers, and then I like to hold for about 4 to 8 seconds just to make sure that they have a nice curl to them. And you always want to make sure that you curl your eyelashes before you apply mascara. So, sticking with my love for LORAC, I love LORAC Multiplex, the 3D Lashes mascara. I've always come back to this. I've tried many mascaras. There's many mascaras that I like. There's some mascaras that I love, but I absolutely adore this. I really like it because the wand itself is brilliant. It's curved to help you accentuate what you're doing. And then I like the product. The product is nice and dark, and I'm a big fan of really dark mascara. So what I'm doing is I'm starting at the base, I'm wiggling, and I'm just rotating the wand up. It's the whole point of using a wand like this. And then just bringing it in. Rotating and bringing up. Now I'll show you my secret to getting a great inner lash. So you turn your face to where you're looking at the bridge of your nose from the eye that you're doing. And then you bring it towards your face, towards that bridge of your nose. Because by doing that, you're making the lashes come in. Once again, going for that more youthful look. So, turning my face out, bridge of the nose, eye that I'm doing, I'm bringing the wand in while I'm coming up. So, wiggle, bring in, and then as I come back out, I have this nice starburst effect. And this is just on the first coat. Okay, yeah, I know. So then I take the tip of it from the first application, and all I'm doing is just running my wand down to accentuate those bottom lashes. Bottom lashes don't need a whole lot of love, they just need some. So it's important to do your bottom lashes unless you're doing a no makeup look, which we will go over that tutorial at another time. Okay, lastly, for this look that we're going for, we're going to be doing the lips. So I actually have this Sephora Nano color. It's this color right here. And I love these because they're like $5. $5 for a lip pencil? I know. So what I like to do is I like to start down here and just kind of go back and forth along the outside of the lip. It gives the illusion of a fuller lip, and then what you want to do to make your lip gloss or your lipstick or whatever you're using last, you want to fill in the lip. It's the actual lip itself. So, see how I'm lining the actual lip? So what that does is it gives you the nice illusion of the lip being fuller up top. So, that was my tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and getting that nice review on all the products that I just mentioned. Stay tuned for other great ventures to come with makeup. Thanks and have a great day.